my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is the second attempt at filming the general reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area of your chart that you want to look at. And as I tell you every time, if you're not familiar with your chart, your birth chart, then there is a link in the description down below to for you to get yourself one. Now, general reading, so general reading rules apply. You know these off by heart by now. Timing is not absolute. Roles can get reversed if another person is turning up in your reading, which I'm not so sure that they are, because as you can tell, I have already shuffled and the cards are laid out before me. Where my readings are different, I would like you to ask a question. Now, take a moment to pause the video if you have to. Think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment and focus upon one of them. The focus, because it gives energy to the process. But be aware of all of the different questions because the cards will answer what they want and not what you or I think necessarily is the highest priority. And having said all that, this reading either is for you or isn't for you in totality. There's no, in this spread anyway, there's no take what resonates and leave the rest. There is a past and a present in this spread, and if the past and the present do not fit, don't try to make it fit. Go and watch your rising sign, go and watch your moon sign. In fact, always go and watch your rising sign anyway, because in ancient astrology, that was the most important sign. Have I got anything else? Yes, there is a link down there for the Facebook page for this channel, where I post obviously all of these videos and the astrology videos that I'm learning from and watching. You know, all the forecast videos, so it's a bit of a one-stop shop. I sometimes post other readers and just other things that I find interesting, so come and join us there. And the important thing there is also there is an inbox, so if you want to contact me directly for a personal reading, that's the place to do it. There is a Twitter handle down there as well, and if you're watching me on Tumblr, you can get me through the Tumblr inbox, but I will notice quicker on the Facebook inbox, trust me. Right, having said all that, let me bring the cards up. Now, it's a real interesting display of cards. Let me make that a bit bigger for you. Because the first reading that I did had quite a lot of challenge in it. And for the Fallen Angels Oracle, we got Astaroth representing misfortune. Now here we have Ose representing danger. But it's telling the same story, but it's putting a more positive spin on it. There is challenge coming up for you, without a doubt. But this is not news to you, because you are already looking at the value of what you've been working towards and trying to achieve recently. But I do feel that you have been almost engulfed by a new dream, a new project, a new love. Again, I try to avoid the love aspects on my reading because that's not what I'm... it's none of my business, frankly. And here we have the Ace of Cups with the Star and the Queen of Swords. It was almost you had to put something aside to work upon a dream that was inspired inside of you. Or, well, yeah, of course it's inspired inside of you, but it may have been some form of inspiration that's made you go, oh, I know what I want to do, or oh, I really want to do that, or right, now I know how I'm going to proceed. And this was in an effort by Spirit to get you working, but it was also to get you harvesting information, surging ahead on something that you can see that there will be an end result. That your intellectual aspect has been stretched by the new things that you've had to learn, and it has been working towards getting you to assess the value of things in your life. Now, you're in that process of assessing the value, and that you're also assessing the value of that very dream, because you have recently, or you have just come from a point of where you've been working towards this dream for so long, and you've literally gone, ta-da, here you are, world, here's what I'm presenting. And I think there's a chance that you might have been somewhat underwhelmed by the response. Now, what I'm feeling here is, don't be discouraged by that. Yes, this was the first expression of your new, let's call it power, because we've got the Magician card here. This was the first large expression of your new life, new project, new love, new way of being, new way of thinking. You've done the internal work, you've been working towards something that you then go to the world, right, here you go. But you are conflicted at the moment, because the amount of response that you've had, it's like, oh, have I been guided? Have I really been doing what's best for me? Should I carry on with this? Should I give it all up? Should I cut out these things that have been highlighted to me that in pursuing this dream I need to cut them out? And I feel that this should be a time of celebration for you. And certainly it's a time for you to decide, are you committing to this new way, or are you committing to something slightly different? And what I'm really feeling is, yes, you are seeing the value in what you have been doing, but you have to bring that into harmony with the demands of the world around you, because, hey, we're here in a 3D reality. You know, bills have still got to be paid, stomachs have still got to be filled. But there's also what you have been working on is not the be-all and end-all. Although I think, to start off with, that you felt it was the be-all and end-all. But this is where you was working very much on your own, and there is a chance of a rebirth right now. Now, that chance of a rebirth is a practical one. So I feel like you have to align what you have been trying to achieve with the demands of the real world around you. It's something where you have the opportunity to bring harmony and to level up, but it's something that you've got to work at and you've got to tend. It's something that you need to surge forward on it, yes, but you need to surge forward using all this sword energy that has been present for you recently, the new information, the new sense of discernment of, well, that's not necessary, and that is highly necessary, and the world is going to come on, yes, but what about this fourth thing over here? And I think your initial reaction is going to be, I never thought of that. And because you never thought of it, it could be that you initially see very little value in it, or that you just don't see it as relevant. But what I'm seeing here is that yes, it's very, very relevant, but you're going to meet resistance with what it is that you are trying to achieve. We have the Bringer of Change, card number 38, so reduces to an 11, from the Foxfire Oracle. And that is talking about how you are not what they, whoever they will be, and this isn't the big control force they, you know, this is just they as in people around you, the people that you encounter. You are not quite what they were expecting. You are not quite fitting into the mold. This card talks about how you didn't come here to be a part of what already exists. You came here to change what exists. Now, obviously, with any form of change, there lies danger, and this is what Osei is telling you. And to a certain extent, there is delusion as well. You have to tread so carefully at the moment, but fortunately, I haven't seen any moon cards yet, so you're on a winner with that one. But you have to tread very carefully, because those who fall prey to the inspiration of Osei, rather than are able to use and utilize and integrate the inspiration of Osei, are the ones that believe they're Jesus. You know, so that way is a swift march down to a more secure accommodation. So this is why here we have balance, spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So I want to take a symbolism from the full moon in Pisces. The full moon is giving illumination in Pisces, that place of dreams, that place of spirituality, that place of mysticism. But you've got to, it's also that place of deep emotions and conflicting emotions, which conflicting emotions you know all about right now. But you, with 5-5 here on how you're feeling, you have the opportunity to really declare some freedom for yourself. But with that freedom comes challenge. With that freedom, there is a cost. And there is a cost because people are looking at you like you've grown a second head. But that is not what you should really be concerned about. It is that your end goal is the important thing, but your end goal needs a little bit of revision, and it needs to work with something else. And as I say, at the moment, I feel you're a bit sort of, I'm doing this. This is what I am doing. There's a big I in it. And there needs to be an element of we. So it's, yes, it's what you're doing, but it needs to morph into what I am doing is melding beautifully with what this person is doing. So together, I mean, you don't have to be working in the same room or even on the same continent, but you are aware that your work provides a harmonic to their work and vice versa. Because we also got from the Sacred Spirit reading cards, align your universe, navigate distractions. Now this one, I'm going to read this one out because it sums up perfectly what a lot of this tarot is saying here. So, much like an astrological alignment, the mind, body and spirit need constant alignment as we navigate our daily life, social calendars, employment, family and home life. Yeah, we've covered all that. Challenges to our thoughts and beliefs can shake us to our very core. Our values can be destabilized and altered if we have limited confidence in our direction or focus in life. And this is what these two fives with that Four of Wands is showing. The other thing is interesting is that that Four of Wands, it talks about commitment and it talks about celebration. You know, if it was love reading, people call it about a marriage card. I see it as a commitment. It's dynamic because it's wood. Wood grows, wood changes, wood is fire. But what is working against you, the archontic force working against you, is here, the graces with festivities. So maybe it's a little bit too soon to party. Maybe what you need to focus on is the freedom to give that commitment rather than the freedom to go, look how far I've come. Yeah, look how far you've come, and there's a little way yet. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be proud of what you've done so far, but there is a little way yet. So there's more that you can be doing. Without the sanctity of the alignment of the spirit, how will you know where you are going in life? When there are too many distractions or issues all happening at once, we struggle to focus on the important things. What do you feel is a priority or non-priority in your current circumstances? Now, you're already used to thinking like this. With this Queen of Swords, Page of Swords here, you have been examining the information. You've been cutting out those things that you have found extraneous or limiting. But now you are turning your attention to the value of what you have accomplished so far and the value of what you can accomplish. Right now, you require an alignment in your priorities. Yeah, balance, spirituality and practicality here as well. Much like the stars contained within the universe, your energy is scattered across time. Distractions and scattered energy are causing lost and missed opportunities for your soul to thrive. So, focus on your goal. See how your goal can work with somebody else's goal or some other, whether it's a political movement, whether it's a campaign, whether it's a project, whether it's scientific research, whatever it is. Yeah, because you're going to be watching a tarot reading if you're into scientific research. But then again, I'm into scientific research. But you need to examine and bring together. There's so many distractions in the world right now. I mean, let's face it, turn on the news and the world looks like it's going to hell in a handbasket. Which is always reassuring, eh? So, yes, focus on what your goal is and be prepared for your goal to change. Be prepared for, well, in a way, the results of this Venus retrograde period where you are assessing the value. And you may have found that things that you had previously valued, after Venus retrograde, you just don't value them anymore, but your plans need to be updated with this new, I don't even want to say information, with this new sense of priority. Health is also a factor now. Take time to make your health and well-being a priority. Yeah, we don't need to sing about that, do we? Align your chakras and energy centers for stability and clarity and sense of self. Yes, you've got to work out who it is you are and what role you are playing and what likely consequences you may find, because people are seeing you as a square peg in a round hole. All of a sudden you are not what they expected, and if you are not what they expected, you're probably not what they wanted, but that's only because they don't know any better, and it is up to you to show them that actually what and who you are is what they wanted after all. Without, of course, believing that you're Jesus. You are the center of your universe. You must align your life accordingly. Seek a suitable professional if necessary. However, this is not a chance to be selfish for ego or shadow-based reasons. Your soul and spirit need you to take charge of your life now, placing yourself as a priority. You can only do that when you have your energy aligned with clear focus and understanding of where you are right now. Start using a daily or weekly calendar to record your current and future activities and events. So yeah, schedule. When you align yourself to your own universe, you will begin to see positive changes and experiences relating to yourself and others. Energy balancing is a required state of maintaining adequate health. Health is really quite an issue here. And also, my first attempt of doing a reading for you, the Archontic God Force came out as Hygeia, goddess of health. Now, bear in mind, I'm not talking about the goddess working against you. I'm talking about the Archons pretending to be the goddess working against you. But that's quite a deep point that you don't necessarily need to worry about. You either know what I'm on about or you don't. But the gods are on your side, the Archons aren't. The Archons, you are food. Where are we? So, adjusting the core of your being to a higher vibration allows a ripple effect to shift and integrate new energy through your whole being. And this is what I'm seeing with this Two of Cups. That there is some other influence or some other force, some other dream that you are becoming aware of, which matches perfectly with you. So of course, as a love reading, this is perfect. But there's work to get there. There's definite work to get there. But the God force on your side, Gaia with manifestation. So this is a plus point. The world wants you to do this. So if the world wants you to do this, Mother Earth wants you to do this, it should be easy to align your intentions with your spirit and with the universe. But you've got to make that effort to do that. So that means that point of reflection, which you are going through right now. But your ships are hopefully coming in a form that is going to offer both wish fulfillment and rebirth. So what I'm meaning with that is you will get your wishes fulfilled, but when that occurs, I think your reaction is going to be along the lines of, oh, I didn't realise I was wishing for that. But that's actually better than what I was thinking of. So I'm seeing that as a positive thing. You know, I am not here saying be careful what you wish for. I am saying that maybe you are being driven in the direction that you're going at the moment because of wishes that you have yet to consciously verbalize or identify. But you have to be careful. You have to be aware of the other forces that are around you. You have to make sure that you are working in concert with this other influence, because I feel that that will give you strength. Because there is a time where you're going to have to look at what is lost and go, right, okay, how can I move forward? Because we've got a lot of Seven of Cups here. Well, Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, but Seven of Cups here, Seven of Cups here. Was there another one? No, I can't see the other one. But this is things that are passing away from your sphere of influence right now. What they are doing is opening up the door for other things to appear. But as much as you are trying to, now how do I put that? Rein in all the various forces that are around you, and two quite opposing forces, not these two forces I might add. There is a point of, there is a time to do that, and maybe follow that advice of with that Nine of Pentacles that's under here. Follow the advice of concentrating on the gathering together and your alignment and your health, and wait a while before you are reacting to the outside world, because the Hanged Man is saying that things will get delayed even as they are changing fast, because we've got the Chariot, fast motion, clarified by Temperance, wait for it, with the Hanged Man going, well, is anything going to happen, because I'm just confused here. Now, that is anything going to happen? Yes, lots of things are happening. Lots and lots. And maybe you need to wait for some of those things to finish happening before you choose how to move forward on anything other than your own individual plan. So there is that element of waiting before you are introducing it fully to the world. It's almost like what you're going through now, or what you have recently gone through, is dipping your toes in. But a choice to commit to this is coming. A choice to have a firm foundation of knowledge, a healing foundation of knowledge is coming. There's almost like you do need to commit to your own welfare over and above this dream. Because if you don't commit to your own welfare, this dream's never going to see the light of day. You know, this, I mean, it's a a burden that you want to take on board, and you have the strength to do it, and that will occur if you are taking the time to look after yourself here. Remember, Ose here warns of danger. But the dream that you have been working on, you're going to end up seeing the world completely and totally differently. It will level up. It will change in and of itself. Now, someone else is offering you... oh, this is interesting. There is a really positive influence around you. 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, so better than wish fulfillment, a sense of complete happiness, and complete good things coming. I'm not going to say good things here, but a promise of good things coming and the promise of moving to a better place. But someone, I believe, is probably encouraging you to go, you know what you're trying to do? You really need to do it here because it will fit better there. And again, you are aligning your priorities with the universe around you. So if your priorities fit better over there, then go over there. They are bringing change, and that might be why you're feeling quite conflicted. Because again, there was that influence here of working very much on your own, but now there's that joint influence coming in with you. But hopes and fears. Is it that you want to be doing all this on your own? Because we've got 2 Hermit cards here with the 7 of Pentacles. I'm feeling that maybe you feel that what you are doing will get you left on your own in a way that doesn't always feel great. And this 7 of Pentacles here, so that can be a harvest that is worked towards. It can be a ruined harvest. But right now with this particular one, Lightseer's Tarot, it looks like some weird alien pod things are in the ground manifesting as a perfectly innocent plant. Nothing to see here. Move along. And, 3 days' time, a pod person erupts out the soil. So there is that fear of, with that sense of value, or sense of trying to value, is what I'm doing worth it? Now, I'm getting the distinct impression here that the answer is yes. What you are doing is worth it. Otherwise, Gaia would not be supporting you. But there are going to be, there is going to be stress and nightmares along this path because, well, 1, of course there is, 2, human condition, 3, 2020. I don't think I need to expand on that reason much. But that's fine because those stresses and nightmares are, again, a tool for you to come out the other side stronger, for you to come out knowing that you are protected. And you're not protected by any particular force. I mean, this Temperance card is telling me about the protection of the angels, but you are protected simply because you're you and that you are. And you are protecting you. Not in a conscious way, but in a, this is what I came to this world to do, and I'm going to do it. And therefore, my higher self is looking after me. But you've got to follow that guidance. And you have to make sure that when you are getting bored with what it is that you are doing, you are open to this slightly new way of doing it. Now, I did want to read out Ose as well. So, Ose's totem beast is a stealthy, graceful and deadly leopard. He's a dangerous spirit because on the one hand he bestows enormous intelligence and talent on those he favours. Yet those gifts carry with them the peril of delusion for those not strong enough in character to handle them, leading to inflated, egotistical delusions of grandeur. I mean, remember, Sagittarius, you do have the reputation of being the all-knowing guru, even when you're not the all-knowing guru. So I want you to have a healthy skepticism to your own knowledge, because certain things, even if they were true yesterday, they're not going to be true tomorrow, because as we can see, the world is changing, and in a big way. Other things, they may have been true yesterday, but now a deeper or an alternative understanding is required. And certainly that alternative understanding will be required if you are to work in concert with this Two of Cups here with another force, person, whatever it is. But what you are creating, it has been your creation so far, and it needs to shift to your creation that works in harmony with whatever it's to work in harmony with, but it needs to be working in harmony with something. Madmen believing themselves to be kings or popes or even Jesus are typical of those who have been overwhelmed by the bright flame of Ose's inspiration. And that's why you need to do that. Concentrate on your health, concentrate on yourself, meditate, you know, plan, vision board. You know, I mean, if this is a project that you are doing, do a vision board, do a storyboard of how you see this playing out, do a business plan, even if it's not a business. Do whatever it takes to segment it into the small steps that you need to achieve, and the small steps that you can achieve that aren't being affected by the chaos that's going on in the outside world and going on around you. Because with the chaos that's going on around you, for some of that you have to wait for the dust to settle. Oh, that's what I might call the reading. Wait for the dust to settle. I can't see anything else here, Sagittarius. So if this means anything to you, comment down below. I try and respond to the comments as soon as I find out about them, assuming my computer is playing nice with me. Obviously, you like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, yeah, comment, because it's nice to get the feedback, and it's nice to know that I'm not just ranting at a camera. So yeah, get in touch. Now, I will be filming the full moon readings next, because there's only a couple of days left. And then I will be returning to the monthlies for the Chinese zodiac. So yeah, stay posted. Cheers.